সুস্থ থাকুন।
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina seeks Russian cooperation to install another nuclear power plant in the country. Tune of separation now being played in BNP's own house, comments Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir. BNP destroying the value and dignity of National Press Club by making political speeches there like Noya Polton, comments Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Durga Puja, the biggest religious festival of the followers of Hindu religion, starts with Shoshti Puja. Three U.S. economists jointly awarded Nobel Prize in Economics for inventing new techniques in study of labor markets and economics. And Argentina beat Uruguay 3-0 in FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Colombia holds Brazil to a goalless draw. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shanin Ziauddin welcoming you to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. You've just heard the headlines and now on to the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina sought Russian support and cooperation to set up another nuclear power plant in the country's southern region. The Premier said this while Russian State Atomic Energy Corporation Rosatom's Director General Alexei Likhashev called on her at Ganobhavan in Dhaka this morning. Press Secretary to the Prime Minister Ihsan al-Karim briefed the reporter about the outcome of the meeting. Laying utmost emphasis on the security issues, the Premier urged the Rosatom Director General to train up local people so they can run the Rupur nuclear power plant. He said his country will train up Bangladeshi people to operate the Rupur nuclear power plant, adding their cooperation to Bangladesh's power sector will continue. Regarding the security issues, he said Rupur nuclear power plant is their top priority and they're also working on the social development in the neighborhood areas of the plant. Alexei Likhashev highly praised the Prime Minister for her support towards the implementation of Rupur nuclear power plant. Science and Technology Minister Architect Yafis Osman, Ambassador at Large Muhammad Ziauddin, Principal Secretary Dr. Ahmed Kaikawas and Secretary of Science and Technology Ministry Ziaul Hassan were also present during the call-on. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said the BNP is now facing an internal breakdown. He said this at the Council of 5 units of the Awami League in Ward 29 of Dhaka City North. The program was organized at a community center in the capital today. Obaidul Qadir says those who have no democratic practices in their own party are not able to establish democracy in the country. He goes on to say the Awami League will respond to the criticism of the BNP with development activities. Regarding the statements of Election Commissioner Mahbub Talukdar, the Awami League General Secretary says this official is suffering from complex mental illness.
আজকে যারা সমালোচনা করছে আমরা তাদের অন্ধ সমালোচনা আমরা তাদের অপপ্রচারের জবাব দেব আমাদের উন্নয়ন দিয়ে আমাদের অর্জন দিয়ে আগামী বছর 4টা মেগা প্রকল্প যখন উদ্বোধন হবে বিএনপি সমালোচনার মুখ জনগণই বন্ধ করে দিবে। বিএনপি নিজের ঘরে এখন বিচ্ছেদের সানাই বাজছে, একে একে নেতারা দল ছেড়ে চলে যাচ্ছে। বিএনপির 20 দলীয় জোটেও দেখা দিয়েছে ভাঙ্গনের বিষাদ সুর। কাজেই বিএনপি নিজেরাই বিভক্ত হয়ে যাচ্ছে। এখন শুনছি সম্মেলন না করে কেন্দ্রীয় সম্মেলন করবে, ঘরে বসে কমিটি করবে। সম্মেলন নাই এ দলে, গণতন্ত্রে তাদের ঘরেই গণতন্ত্র নেই, তারা দেশে গণতন্ত্র কি করে করবে? ইলেকশন কমিশনার মাহবুব তালুকদার একটি দলের হয়ে যেভাবে রাজনৈতিক বক্তব্য দিয়ে যাচ্ছেন, তাতে মনে হয় ইসি নয়, তিনি নিজেই জটিল মানসিক রোগে আক্রান্ত।
President of the Ward 29 Awami League, Muhammad Solimullah Solu, presided over the program. Awami League Presidium member Jahangir Kobir Nanok, Organizing Secretary Mirza Azam, Dhaka City North Awami League President Sheikh Buzlur Rahman, General Secretary SM Mannan Kochi, Vice President Muhammad Sadiq Khan, Organizing Secretary Muhammad Azizul Haq Rana also spoke. General Secretary of the Ward 29 Awami League Muhammad Alamgir Hussain moderated the function. Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood has said the government is determined for digitalization, and as a result the full broadcast media would be benefited. He told this to newsmen at his ministry office at Secretariat today. Dr. Hassan Mahmood said a decision was taken in the last meeting on August that clean feed would be implemented from October 1. And they informed the meeting that most of the works of digitalization at Dhaka and Chattogram have been completed. The full digitalization system would be done from November 1, he added.
ঢাকা চট্টগ্রামে 1 নভেম্বরের আগেই এখানে ডিজিটালাইজেশন নিশ্চিত করা হবে। অবশ্যই ডিজিটালাইজেশন করতে হবে। ডিজিটালাইজেশন না হওয়ার কারণে যেটি হচ্ছে, সরকার রাজস্ব হারাচ্ছে বছরে প্রায় 2000 কোটি টাকা সরকার, এবং একই সাথে টেলিভিশন চ্যানেলগুলো কোনো চ্যানেল চায় যে তারা পে চ্যানেল হিসেবে আত্মপ্রকাশ করার, সেটিও তারা আত্মপ্রকাশ করতে পারছে না। ডিজিটালাইজেশন না থাকলে সেটি আত্মপ্রকাশ করে কোনো লাভ হবে না। এবং একই সাথে এটির সাথে অন্যান্য যারা সংশ্লিষ্ট, এই সম্প্রচার মাধ্যমের সাথে অন্যান্য যারা সংশ্লিষ্ট, তারাও বঞ্চিত হচ্ছে। যেই বৈঠকে সিদ্ধান্ত ছিল 1 অক্টোবর থেকে ক্লিন ফিড বাস্তবায়ন করা হবে, সে একই বৈঠকে তারাই বলেছিলেন যে নভেম্বরের প্রথম সপ্তাহ থেকে করেন, 1 তারিখ থেকে করেন। আমি কিন্তু আরো আগে করতে চেয়েছিলাম, তখন বললো যে আরেকটি মাস বাড়িয়ে দেন। তখন আমি বললাম ঠিক আছে, 1 নভেম্বর থেকে ঢাকা চট্টগ্রাম করেন আপাতত। এবং তারাই বললো যে ঢাকা চট্টগ্রামে অলমোস্ট ডিজিটালাইজ হয়ে গেছে, আমরা এখানে পারবো। তো সেই মিটিং এর সিদ্ধান্ত ছিল, আমি সেটি আবার স্মরণ করিয়ে দিই তাদেরকে, সংশ্লিষ্ট সবাইকে। তবে ডিজিটালাইজেশন করার জন্য আমরা বদ্ধপরিকর।
Replying to a query, Information and Broadcasting Minister said BNP has tarnished the sanctity and image of Jatiyo Press Club by holding meeting there like BNP's party office.
প্রেস ক্লাব একটি সাংবাদিকদের প্রতিষ্ঠান, এবং এই প্রেস ক্লাব সমস্ত দলমতের সাংবাদিকদের প্রতিষ্ঠান। এটি একটি জাতীয় প্রতিষ্ঠান, এবং এটিকে রাজনৈতিক দলের কার্যালয়ের সামনে যেভাবে সমাবেশ হয়, রাজনৈতিক কার্যালয়ে যেভাবে সমাবেশ হয়, সেই ধরনের সমাবেশ করা সমীচীন নয়, যেটি মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম সাহেবরা গতকাল করেছেন। এবং এটি করে প্রেস ক্লাবের পবিত্রতা, প্রেস ক্লাবের মান মর্যাদা নষ্ট করা হয়েছে বলে আমি ব্যক্তিগতভাবে মনে করি। দ্বিতীয়ত, ওনারা এই গণ অভ্যুত্থানের কথা, এটা তো আজকে 12.5 বছর ধরে, আমরা 2009 সালে সরকার গঠনের 3 মাস পর থেকে আমরা শুনে আসছি, গত 12.5 বছরের 13 বছরের উন্নয়নের কারণে প্রতিটি মানুষের ভাগ্যের পরিবর্তন হয়েছে। বিএনপিকে ক্ষমতায় বসানোর জন্য, বিএনপি ক্ষমতায় বসে আবার পেট্রোল বোমার রাজনীতি করবে, 500 জায়গায় বোমা ফুটাবে, দেশকে আবার দুর্নীতিতে চ্যাম্পিয়ন বানাবে, এই জন্য বিএনপির পক্ষে মানুষ কখনো নামবে না।
Durga Puja, the biggest religious festival Hindu community, began today with Mahashoshti Puja at temples across the country and festivity and religious fervor. The incarnation of the goddess Durga happened on Sunday ahead of the puja on the day of Mahapanchami. The 5-day-long Durga Puja celebration began with the unveiling of the face of the deity and Kal Parambho on the day of Mahashoshti, and it will come to an end on October 15 with the immersion of the idols of goddess Durga in rivers and other water bodies. Durga Puja is being celebrated at 32,108 puja mandaps across the country this year. Bangladesh Puja Ujjapon Porishad leaders urged all devotees to properly maintain health guidelines, and directives were issued by the government amid COVID-19 pandemic. Newly appointed ADB country director to Bangladesh, Edmund Ginting, made a courtesy call on local government, rural development and cooperatives Minister Muhammad Tajul Islam at the Secretariat in Dhaka today. Outgoing ADB country director Manmohan Prakash was also present on the occasion. The minister welcomed the newly appointed country director and expressed gratitude to the outgoing ADB country director for standing beside Bangladesh in implementing development programs during his tenure. He also expressed hope that the new ADB country director will stand beside Bangladesh in implementing different projects. The LGRD minister described Asian Development Bank ADB as a trusted development partner of Bangladesh. The ADB country director expressed interest to provide financial support for implementing Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's ideal project of Amar Gram, Amar Shahar, which was also an election pledge of Bangladesh Awami League. Now international news. Three US-based academics won the Nobel Economics Prize for research on the labor market using natural experiments or observational studies that have revolutionized empirical research in the field. David Card, professor at the University of California in Berkeley, won half of the 10 million kroner prize for work focused on the labor market effects of minimum wages, immigration, and education. For their work helping to solve that methodological problem, the other half of the prize went jointly to Angrist, a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, and Im Benz, professor at Stanford. More than 1.76 million people have been affected by severe flooding in China's northern Shanxi province. Torrential rain last week led to houses collapsing and triggered landslides across more than 70 districts and cities in the province. 4 police officers have died as a result of a landslide. Heavy rainfall is hampering rescue efforts, officials said. The flooding comes less than 3 months after extreme rains in Henan province left more than 300 dead. Authorities told that more than 120,000 people have been urgently transferred and resettled, and that 17,000 homes have collapsed across Shanxi province. Iraqis have voted in the first parliamentary election since mass protests over corruption, unemployment, and poor services erupted in 2019. The poll had been due next year, but was brought forward by 6 months in response to the unrest during which hundreds of people were killed. The main Shia Muslim blocs are still predicted to win the most seats. Bangladesh reported 11 COVID-19 deaths and 599 new infections today. Directorate General of Health Services, DGHS, in its routine daily statement today said the death toll has risen to 27,699 from coronavirus, and the tally of infections has risen to 15,62,958. The recovery count rose to 15,24,467 after another 634 patients recovered. The statement said 2.58% of 23,193 samples tested positive. DGHS statistics showed of the people infected from the beginning, 97.53% recovered and 1.77% died. The statement said of the 11 deaths, 1 is between 21 to 30 years, 3 are between 41 to 50 years, 3 are between 51 to 60 years, 2 are between 61 to 70 years, 1 is between 71 to 80 years, and 1 is between 91 to 100 years. 2 out of the 11 people died were male, while 9 were female. DGHS informed that 7 people died in Dhaka division, 1 died in Khulna division, 2 died in Borishal division, and 1 died in Moymansingh division. Meanwhile, COVID-19 global death toll crosses 48,69,000 and over 23 crore 87,68,000 people have been infected globally. Besides, more than 21 crore 59,44,000 people have recovered from the virus so far. Commerce Minister Tipu Munshi has said there is no reason to get panicked over onion, as there is sufficient stock of onions in the country, while the supply chain is also normal. Onion is also being imported from China and India regularly. He said this while addressing a press briefing virtually at the Ministry of Commerce after a meeting convened to review the stock, supply and import situation of essential items and also to make stable the supply chain of those essential items. Commerce Secretary Tapun Kanti Ghosh, Bangladesh Competition Commission Chairman Mohammad Mofizul Islam, TCB Chairman Brigadier General Ariful Hassan, FBCCI Senior Vice President Mustafa Azad Chaudhry Babu, Bangladesh Dokan Malik Shomiti President Muhammad Hilaluddin, Maulavi Bazar Business Association President M. Ghulam Maula, among others, attended the meeting. The Commerce Minister informed that there is a stock of 5 lakh tons of local onion, while the Trading Corporation of Bangladesh TCB is selling onion at 30 taka per kg through some 400 trucks across the country. He cautioned that the government would take tough stance if anyone tries to make excessive profit through market manipulation. Eminent actor, academician and Ekushe Padak awardee Dr. Enamul Haq passed away in the city today. He was 78. Dr. Enamul Haq was born in Feni district on March 7 in 1943. He completed his bachelor's and master's in chemistry in 1963 and in 1964 respectively from the University of Dhaka. He joined the Department of Chemistry in BUET in 1965 as a lecturer after obtaining PhD from Manchester University. He debuted in acting with the telefiction Mukhara Ramani Boshikaran, produced by Mustafa Monwar in 1968. He started off as a writer in the same year. He has authored over 60 television dramas. The most famous works of Enamul include Onek Diner Ekdin, Shei Shob Dingulo, Nirjon Shoikot and Keba Apon Keba Por. His notable theatrical productions include Bibaho Utshab and Grihobash. Meanwhile, President Mohammad Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina expressed profound shock and sorrow at the death of Ekushe Padak winning eminent actor, playwright, director and teacher Dr. Enamul Haq. They prayed for the eternal peace of the departed soul and conveyed sympathy to the bereaved family members. Now news on sports. Argentina beat Uruguay by 3-0 in FIFA World Cup qualifying match for Latin America region. With this win, they remained in second position at the table, collecting 22 points from 10 matches. Argentine captain Lionel Messi took lead for his country, scoring at the 38th minute of the match held in Buenos Aires. Rodrigo de Paul, doubled the score at the 44th minute, while Lautaro Martinez scored the third goal for Argentina at the 62nd minute of the match. In the other match, Brazil made goalless draw with Colombia. The Brazilians lost first point in the season's World Cup qualifying round match. Despite point loss, Brazil is still at top position in the table with 28 points from 10 matches. Meanwhile, Bolivia beat Peru by a solitary goal and Venezuela beat Ecuador by 2-1 in the other matches. To end the bulletin headlines once again. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina seeks Russian cooperation to install another nuclear power plant in the country. Tune of separation now being played in BNP's own house, comments Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir. BNP destroying the value and dignity of National Press Club by making political speeches there like Neapolitan, comments Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Durga Puja, the biggest religious festival of the followers of Hindu religion, starts with Shoshti Puja. Three U.S. economists jointly awarded Nobel Prize in Economics for inventing new techniques in study of labor markets and economics. And Argentina beat Uruguay 3-0 in FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Colombia hold Brazil to a goalless draw. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us.